Happy Monday, everyone. I'm Jeff Mark, Senior Portfolio Analyst at Action Alerts Plus. I am standing live on the floor of the New York Stock Exchange with Jim Cramer. Jim, let's dive in right into the action today. A little bifurcated. We are seeing some tech lead today. Industrials lagging, more of the cyclically oriented stocks today. What do you think is going on with the action Monday?
I think that there is a kind of a halo to the NASDAQ. I see a lot of people, a lot of money coming in that goes not to the industrials but to the high growth. And a lot of it is the way, it's kind of anecdotal, but the CRISPR works. I was going back and forth with Len Schleifer at Regeneron. It's a major breakthrough and be able to gene edit, so that gets people excited. That can therefore gets the people who invest in Cathie Wood excited because she's the largest investor in those. Those are the highest growth stocks. Tesla not getting hurt despite the fact that Wedbush calls it a moment of truth. So when you see the Cathie Wood stocks running, that means that money is going to come out of the industrials. Now, I don't want that. I want there to be enough money to come into both sides. But right now, the money is just being drawn into Cathie Wood, and she's remarkable. Her stock's bottomed in the second week of May, and you see Virgin Galactic going. I don't know how much she has everything left for that, but boy, I got to tell you, she is very big into gene editing, and gene editing is very exciting today.
Now, it's a big week for the economy. We do have that jobs report Friday. We also have some notable earnings releases too. Micron, Constellation Brands, Bed Bath & Beyond. You highlighted all four of these events on last week's game plan. What are you watching most closely this upcoming week?
Okay, so Micron, technically, I'm sure people wouldn't like it, but Micron, I think that they can say that there's still strength in DRAMs, still strength in NAND, and I think that Micron is the most important one because the semiconductors are really hanging by a thread. We had the Nvidia news today that Marvell and Hock Tan over at Broad, these are our positions, all three of them are positions, are in favor of Nvidia buying ARM, which is very, very important. I'd like to see some news there. I also feel end of the month, I was hoping that AMD be able to close the deal with Xilinx. So there is a lot of news this week, and I have to tell you that for a sleepy time in June, we've got some big IPOs coming, and we've got a lot of money coming in, and a lot of news. And one way, how about CCAR?
Yeah, that's going to be big tonight.
Right.
Well, Friday, we're expected to see some capital returns sometime in the near future. Now, you also mentioned Nvidia. We're going to get into that, and we're going to dive even deeper into that in the Action Alerts Plus video. But first, I want to get your take on the event that happened over the weekend, and that's going to be the box office. F9, opening week. This is just a classic summer blockbuster movie. 70 million at the box office, AMC said. Over 2 million people visited their theaters. What's your pulse on this, on one of the darlings of the memes?
I am a huge believer in Adam Aron. Adam Aron, I have a piece this morning in Real Money about you want to be a meme stock, and if you can be a meme stock, everybody wants to be a meme stock now, then you can get something like AMC happening, which is really, really exciting because Adam is very much attuned to the idea that the meme people will buy any offering he has. So, I mean, he could do another at-the-money deal. It'd be very accretive, unlike Carnival, which I'm not sure what they're going to do with their money. It'd be very accretive for him to be able to buy back his debt and therefore solidify his position as being last man standing in theaters. So, very big that he has something to be excited about. I mean, before this was just all word of mouth that maybe something would happen. But obviously the movie slate is so good for the rest of the summer that I think he's got clear sailing.
It's such an interesting time. These companies, if they can get the attention of the Reddit base, they become these meme stock. They can raise money, really transform their business.
Yes.
AMC talked about before how they're going to play offense. They want to attack. GameStop, still not a lot of news yet on what their strategy is going to be, although they have hired a lot of key executives with Amazon experience.
Remember, we did see a firm today drop coverage saying, listen, we need to see what is going on. And I think that one of the things that the meme people never want to see is an actual plan.
All right, well, moving on, it wouldn't be a regular day if we didn't talk about crypto. Latest news over the weekend, Binance, the world's largest cryptocurrency exchange, blocked from operations in the United Kingdom. Is this a sign that more regulation is on the way?
I think it has to be, but I mean, look, I felt that Tether, I did a couple pieces about Tether, and that they're problematic. They're like the dollar of crypto, and they've been banned in New York, and Rosengren, this key Fed official in Boston, warned about them this weekend, but nobody cares. You're short of Janet Yellen saying, okay, I have had it, or the Chinese communists saying, I have had it, they're thriving. And the people who are in them, it looks like that they crypto, Bitcoin bounced off of 30. It bounced off of 30,000, and it's just been creeping back up. And that's very exciting for a lot of the younger people who watch us because they buy slivers of it at Robinhood.
Now, the biggest company to put crypto on their balance sheet was Tesla. I don't want to talk about Tesla in relation to crypto right now. Instead, I want to go into the news over the weekend about the recall of over, I think it was 285,000 vehicles. Now, it's more of a software update, right? They don't actually have to return the cars. But it was a big recall in China, which is a key market for them.
Well, China's going to be there. They're hoping for 40% of the market will be China. Webbush calls it a moment of truth. Tony Sacconaghi at Bernstein does a piece saying, a poll of 400 people saying that maybe there's not, the ardor is cooling for Tesla. I think both these are wrong. I think that Tesla remains, Tesla the stock remains a bellwether of high growth. You've got Tesla, you have CRISPR, you have AMC. These are all signs of, hey, you know what, I'm going to throw money at excitement. I was trying to describe to my partner David Faber this morning, a squawk in the street, that there is a big divergence between companies and stocks, almost as if they were playing Monopoly. And David laughed, but I think that we can all assume that when you get a meme stock like Corsair, became a meme stock, and as soon as the stock got to 38, the insiders drilled it, because even though Corsair is good, and you take a look at Logitech, which has been incredible, they were ready. The insiders were ready, and I think that insiders all over the country are readying themselves if they become meme stocks overnight. Not Wendy's. Wendy's, there was no insider selling that I could tell of.
Now, just back to Tesla, the market really shrugged off the news. Didn't really see any negative reaction to it, but it does follow some positive comments we heard about U.S. brands with the Chinese consumers that we heard from Starbucks with your interview with Starbucks CEO Kevin Johnson last week. And Nike said, now the business did get hit, but it has improving. So do you think this latest news with Tesla will damage their brand at all in China, or market doesn't seem that way?
No, the market doesn't seem, I think in part because Nike ended up being, I mean, we gave a mea culpa on Nike, but Nike we made money, so you don't really have to sweat the program. But Nike had -9 in the month of May, and they bounced back. When I had Kevin Johnson, he said that they're having a good period for China. Now, 50% of Kevin Johnson's business at Starbucks is cold drinks, and that's something very new. And there were press reports that they were having problems with paper cups. Not true. There were press reports saying there were problems with innovation. They have more innovation than ever. There were press reports saying that China's is hurting them. China's being strong. So I think Kevin Johnson came on, made money to clarify what had been a series of misstatements about the company.
Yeah, me personally, I'm a hot coffee guy, but when the weather turns warm, I do like to turn to cold. It turns into a little bit of a dessert, so to speak. It's refreshing. The ice wakes you up in the morning.
Well, I got to tell you, you're in the majority. And this is a very big deal because there had always been a sense that there's a breakfast crowd and then a diminished lunch crowd, and now the cold has made it so the lunch is big. Starbucks is going to have a good quarter. Now, we made a lot of money at Starbucks for Action Alerts. I was hoping it could come down so we could do it again. There's a lot of stocks that I was hoping to come down so we could do it again, but we'll talk about them when we cover.
Yep, we'll do that on the next show. Now, before we go, Nvidia in the headlines again. We're going to talk more about this on our Action Alerts Plus video right after this. But just 3 of the largest semiconductor companies in the world, Broadcom, Marvell, MediaTek, one other firm, all come out supporting of the Nvidia acquisition of ARM. Now, this is a big deal. We've been closely following ARM for many months. What do you think about this?
That he still thinks that China is important. There was a piece this morning saying this goes now from 10% possibility to 30%. I remain convinced that Jensen Huang will get ARM. I just think that when he assures you of something, as he did with Mellanox, you got to bank with him. I was skeptical of Mellanox. I was wrong.
Yeah, Mellanox is an absolute great reminder, and that deal has been absolutely fantastic for NVIDIA. Let's save the rest of the commentary for the Action Alerts video. That's the show for today. I'm Jeff Marks. We'll see you tomorrow.